Welcome to Cup of Joe, Canada. Today we're going to discuss Omar Khadr. He's a free man. He's out on bail, and I got to be honest, I don't feel scared. I don't feel threatened. I don't feel alarmed. I don't feel worried. I don't think that this guy's going to be any threat to us. Now, I do understand where the fear comes from. There's two sides to every coin, and I get it. He's been locked up in Guantanamo Bay, and before he went to Guantanamo Bay, we don't really know what his mindset was, what his mental state was. I get all that. I've always been the type to believe that if once a person's broken, it's kind of irrelevant what broke them or whose fault it was or what they, if you're an extremist or you're like this, you're like that. If you were indoctrinated, every religion indoctrinates people from childhood, right? This is what they do. That's the whole point of religion. So I get why people are kind of nervous about what does he think? What is it? Because you don't know. But here's the thing, he's gonna be the most scrutinized person in Canada, right? Like they're gonna be watching him. No, he's not gonna, pull a fast one, sneak anything under the rug. We're watching him. He's gonna be living with his lawyer. Now, actually, I'll be honest, I've listened to the lawyer, and that guy scares me more than Omar Khadr does, because that guy clearly has no respect for the Canadian government, and he has a law degree to back him up. Now, Omar Khadr, maybe at worst, he could be like a symbol to people that are on sort of the terrorist element or that side of the fight that, look what they've done to the guy. But the truth is, he can be that whether he's in jail or whether he's free, right? Because they can say, if he's in jail, look what they've done to him, or we can set him free and they can say, look what they've done to him, right? The guy was locked up as a child in Guantanamo Bay. I mean, let's be serious, right? So he can be that, or he can happen to have that sort of influence whether we keep him locked up or not. So in a way, it's kind of good to say, hey, as a Canadian government and as Canada, we believe in second chances. He didn't do this to us. He did it to America. We have let America deal with him. America's had him. They've interrogated him. They've had their trial, and they have sent him back here now. So we're letting him out, and this is the Canadian way. And I think it's a good statement to make as a Canadian. So as far as that goes, I'm good with it. I don't mind him being released. And actually, I was kind of taken aback by the comments when he came out, when he got out and he spoke. He sounded remarkably Canadian. And I don't mean just the attitude, although the attitude sounded polite and pleasant and Canadian. His voice sounded Canadian. Like, it didn't sound, I don't know how long he's been away, but he sounded like he's been here the whole time to me. So maybe, maybe I'm just gullible. I don't know. It seemed like, I was surprised to see that image of him. In terms of him suing the government, I've heard he's suing the government. Mr. Khadr, please, this is not appropriate. You can't sue a government, you can sue the people of a country, right? If you win $50 million from the government, that's me, right? I'm co-signing that check and I'm sending you. I didn't lock you up, I didn't do these things to you, and I do believe you should get a second chance. Please don't mess it up, right? But suing the government is really silly. Conversely, yourself, him being sued by the wives or whatever of the people that were injured or killed in that firefight in Afghanistan, I can't imagine a more ridiculous thing. I mean, I'm sorry. Your husband went to a war zone and bad things happened. I get that it's terrible. If you want to sue someone, it's probably the people that sent him over there, I would think. You can disagree that he should have been there, but once he's there, it's all part of the game. It could happen. You can't, it's $132 million. And on top of that, he's been in Guantanamo Bay for 10 years. Where's he gonna get on? He's not gonna have $132 million to give you. Now, I have heard them say it's not really about collecting on this money, right? They say it's a symbolic thing. And to that, all I can say, well, the guy, again, he was caught, he was tried, he's been in Guantanamo Bay being interrogated. How much more symbolism do you want? What is this phony baloney $132 million sentence or ruling? What symbol is that? What message is that sending? Other than, hey, look, we can quote astronomical amounts of numbers where we don't even care about collecting on. It's not the type of message that your country should be sending or that you should be sending. You should be proud that your husband went and he was there and he was serving his country, and it's very unfortunate and tragic that he died or that he was injured. That's it. That's pretty much as far as it goes, I think. That's me. I don't think the money's going to bring him back. I don't think the message that you're sending is getting through. I just kind of wish everyone would just allow it to be put behind us, like everything else that happens tragically in our lives. But that's just me. Jason McNeil, as always, host of Cup of Joe Canada. I'd love to know how you think, how you feel about it. Maybe you are nervous about him being out. Maybe you're happy he's being out. Some people said it was a great day for democracy. Some people said it was a terrible, terrible day and it's the beginning of the end for Canada. So obviously it's a divisive issue. I don't think either of those sides are totally right, but I'd love to know how you feel. So hit us on the website at cupofjoecanada.com, or you can hit us on the Twitter at cupofjoecanada.